going to be by Radha Priya Devi. Yes, one. Okay, keep the mic. One, two, and go.
Hare Krishna. My name is Radha Priya Devi Dasi, and today I will be talking about Krishna and some of his pastimes. So, do you all know what we're celebrating today? Yeah, we're celebrating Janmashtami. So, on this day, Krishna had created many pastimes. So, I'll be talking about two of them: Krishna and the calf and Krishna and the bell. So, this one is called Krishna and the calf. When Krishna was little, he decided he was going to steal butter with his friends like he always did. He went to his gopis' house, and the gopis already knew what they were going to do. They knew that when Krishna was going to come, they were going to get a blanket or something to put on top of him, so that when he comes, they can tie him up and take him to Mother Yashoda's house. So when Krishna reached to the gopis' house with his friends, he saw a big pot of butter, just sitting there waiting for him. They all ran to the pot of butter and started eating the butter. They were all enjoying the moment until the gopis came. The gopis came and caught Krishna, and they asked Krishna, "What are you doing? Why are you stealing butter from my house again?" Of course, Krishna said his iconic dialogue, "Oh Maya, I thought this was my house. That's why I came in." He says that every time he steals butter. So the gopis said that that's not true. We're fed up with you saying that. We know you know this isn't your house. When Krishna heard what the gopis said, he thought of an idea. He said, "Oh Maya, I saw my calf run all the way from my house to your house and jumped into this pot." Of course, the gopis weren't believing that. The gopis said, "Your calf is probably this big, and that pot is this big. How can your calf be in that pot?" Of course, Krishna was stubborn, so he said, "Really, I'll prove it to you." And when he put his hand in the pot and he took it out, he showed the gopis a calf. It was a toy calf. Of course, the gopis didn't believe Krishna, and they said, "Krishna, really?" So they took Krishna to Mother Yashoda's house. And when they reached there, Mother Yashoda, everybody was so happy, and they were like, "We caught your son this time, Mother Yashoda." Of course, Mother Yashoda didn't believe that. She told them to take the blanket off. When they saw who was under the blanket, they were shocked. It was the gopi's son that was under the blanket. And of course, Mother Yashoda was mad because they kept saying that her son was stealing their butter, even though he wasn't. This is how Krishna engages all the gopis every day and drives them crazy. So this last story is about Krishna and the bell. So when Krishna, a couple weeks or days after this incident had happened, he decided to steal butter again at another gopi's house. And these gopis knew what was going on. They knew that Krishna was stealing butter at every gopi's house, and they had a plan. So they decided that when Krishna would walk in, he would just see a big bell hanging from the pot, so that when he tries to get butter, the bell will ring. And when the bell rings, the gopis can catch him and take him to Mother Yashoda's house. So, of course, when Krishna walked in, he saw two pots sitting in the front. And from far away, he couldn't see that there wasn't butter in the first pot. So when he walked up to the pot that didn't have butter, he was mad. And he kicked the pot and it broke. The second pot he had was full of butter. So when Krishna tried the butter, he spat it all out. He did not like it because it didn't have enough sugar, I guess. And personally, I like everything with sugar, so I'm on his side for that. So when he broke that pot too. And then he saw the big pot hanging from the ceiling. And he didn't realize that there was a bell on the pot. So as soon as he got onto the stool thing, he saw that there was a bell. And once he saw the bell, he decided that he had to do something. Otherwise, he would have gotten in trouble. So he decided to talk to the bell. I did say talk, yes. So he started talking to the bell and he said, "Oh my dear bell, please do not ring when I try to steal butter." Keyword steal, okay, remember that. So then Krishna said, "If you ring when I'm trying to steal butter, then I will get in trouble, and I don't want that to happen." Of course, the bell said, "Oh, my dear Lord, I promise I won't ring when you're trying to steal the butter." So when Krishna put his hand in the pot, the bell didn't ring. When Krishna took his hand out of the pot, the bell didn't ring. When he put the butter near his mouth, the bell didn't ring. And then when he put the butter in his mouth, the bell rang. The bell was ringing very loudly, and all the gopis were running, trying to catch Krishna. And Krishna was upset. He asked the bell, why are you ringing? You're not supposed to be ringing. I told you not to ring. The bell said, "Oh, my dear Lord, you said not to ring when you steal the butter. You didn't tell me that I can't ring when you're eating the butter. Of course, I have to ring when you're eating the butter. It's my job." Whenever people are offering food to Krishna, they ring the bell so that he can actually know that you're supposed to be eating right now. And then Krishna got caught by the gopis. The gopis caught Krishna and they held him and they took him to each pot that he broke. When they went to the first pot, they told him, "Why did you break this pot? This pot was perfectly fine." Of course, Krishna came up with an idea. He said, "Yeah, that pot didn't have anything in it, so it was just taking up your space, so I broke it for you, so you're welcome." The next pot they went to, the gopi said, "Why'd you break this pot? This pot had so much butter in it." Krishna said, "That pot had butter in it. Yeah, you're right. But the butter wasn't sweet. It was yucky. It didn't have enough sugar, or it's just expired, so you just messed something up with that. That's why I broke it. I saved your life." And when it came to the big pot, Krishna said, when it came to the big pot, the gopis caught Krishna's hand and they told him that we're going to take you to Mother Yashoda's house this time. Then Krishna thought of an idea. He told the gopi, "Oh, Maya, please don't take me to my other Maya's house. If I go there, I'm going to get in trouble." So the gopi was in shock that Krishna called her Maya. The gopi started crying, and while the gopi was crying, Krishna stuck his hand out of her hand and ran all the way home, so he wasn't going to get in trouble. That's how Krishna ran away and didn't get in trouble, obviously. Then, thank you and Hare Krishna. Happy Janmashtami.